This is the new Mercedes C-Class, and while in the past it would go up against its arch rivals, the Audi A4 and BMW 3 Series, the ever-growing demand for electric power means it'll now face stiff competition from the Tesla Model 3 and Polestar 2. So how will Mercedes bring the fight to its rivals? Well, the new C-Class is crammed full of technology and takes a fair amount of inspiration from the latest S-Class. But there's plenty to go through, so we've put together a list of 5 things you need to know about the new Mercedes C-Class. And while you're here, why not drop us a like and, hey, subscribe for more awesome videos just like this one. I know what you're probably thinking. That's just the old C-Class. But don't be fooled into thinking this is a facelifted version of the previous model. It's an entirely new generation. It's fair to say the new model doesn't look drastically different to the old car, but there are some big changes that visually set apart the 2021 model from its predecessor. The new C now sits closer to its bigger and more expensive siblings, the E and S, in terms of design at least. The back end of the saloon, for instance, gets a wider taillight cluster and gives the car a bit more presence on the road, while the front headlights are thinner with a more aggressive profile. The grille has also been reworked, taking inspiration from the front end of the E-Class. Now, the car you see here is the AMG line model, which gets Mercedes' flashy diamond grille design and front badge in chrome, plus larger, sportier alloys as standard. But in true Mercedes fashion, even the entry-level models look glamorous. And if you fancy a bit more space, you could always go for the estate version. It gets the same glitzy looks as the saloon, albeit with 490 litres of boot space, 30 more than the old estate, compared to the saloon's 455 litres. Go for the hybrid though, and space shrinks to 360 litres, which is still 45 more than the old car. Step inside the new C-Class and you'll notice that the saloon's cabin has more than a whiff of S-Class about it, and that's very much a good thing. Like the limo, the C-Class's dashboard sports a new 2-tier design with striking new air vents and ambient lighting that gives the cabin an oh so luxurious look at night. There's also lashings of leather and metal, as well as new seat designs. Oh, and you've probably noticed that there's a gigantic screen which rises out of the centre console in what can only be described as the most stately infotainment display on the market. As standard, the screen measures in at 9.5 inches, but you can upgrade to a 12-inch panel for the full futuristic effect. The infotainment system is also paired up with a new digital cockpit, which is again available in 2 forms, 10.25 inches as standard or 12.3 if you upgrade. The massive panel in the centre console sure makes a bit of a statement, and as you might expect, it's packed full of interesting features. It's powered by the latest version of Mercedes MBUX, or MBUX, which, like the S-Class, supports over-the-air updates to not only iron out any software glitches, but potentially add new options and features. What's more, the system can be connected up to smart appliances in your home. Want your house to be warm and toasty when you step through the door? Then the C-Class will be able to tell your house to turn on the heating ready for your arrival. Of course, you'll need the tech in your house in the first place. It won't light the fireplace if you live in a Victorian cottage. There's also a wealth of semi-autonomous driving systems such as adaptive cruise control that automatically steers to keep you in your lane, and also traffic sign recognition. Parking assist has been updated too and can now park your trailer for you. Phew. The cabin isn't the only aspect of the new C-Class that's been given a techie upgrade. That's because all models get some form of electrification, whether that be a 48-volt mild hybrid system or plug-in power for short spurts on electric energy alone. Both the saloon and estate get a 1.5 litre mild hybrid petrol motor available in either 190, 2.2 form and 278 horsepower form. The diesels, meanwhile, are powered by a 2 litre mild hybrid engine and can be spec'd in either 183, 220 and 285 horsepower outputs. All come with 9-speed automatic gearboxes and 48-volt mild hybrid systems, which offer a 20 horsepower electric boost when accelerating. 4-wheel drive is also available if you go for the C200 or C300 petrol cars or the diesel C220D. There's also a plug-in model badged as the C300E, which gets a petrol-electric motor pumping out an impressive 313 horsepower and can be driven for up to 62 miles on battery power alone. Now for reference, the BMW 330e can only muster 37 miles on a single charge, and Audi currently doesn't offer an A4 in plug-in form. If you like the look of the new C-Class, then you're in luck. Both the Saloon and Estate will go on sale in June, although there's no official word on pricing just yet. And with prices for the outgoing model starting at £28,000, we wouldn't be surprised if the new car carries a premium somewhere in the region of £5,000. And don't forget, the new C will form the basis of the BMW M3 and 4 rivaling C63 AMG. But while the old model boasted a glorious twin-turbo V8, the new one will downsize to a 4-cylinder motor. Sigh. And don't forget, you can stay up to date with all the latest car news and reviews by heading over to yesauto.com.